The word pollution doesn't exist in nature's dictionary. Natural activities do not cause pollution. If at all pollution does occur, it is in minute quantities, and nature herself purifies it. Plants play a vital role in the purification of atmosphere. One such wild plant is Typha angustifolia. Typha angustifolia is popularly known as aquatic grass or cattail plant. It is known as aquatic grass because it grows in water and in marshy areas, and as cattail plant because its inflorescence is in the form of a dense spike which looks like the tail of a cat. Typha is a perennial herb found in lakes, ponds, rain puddles, and marshy areas. It exhibits luxuriant growth if the depth of water is 20 to 40 centimeters. Typha is a gregarious plant and grows densely along the shores of lakes and ponds. The Typha stem is an underground rhizome. The rhizome is branched. When the rhizome divides into pieces, each grows into a new plant. That is why Typha is gregarious. Thus, the rhizomes of these plants serve not only as organs of perennation but also help in vegetative propagation. An aerial stem originates from the rhizome and bears the inflorescence. Its leaves are found in 2 rows. They are flat, ribbon-shaped, 2 to 3 meters long and 2 centimeters wide. The leaf base acts as a sheath for the stem, as in most of the monocots. The leaf of Typha is very good evidence of the fact that all intercellular spaces are interconnected, because whenever air is blown through one end, it passes out through the other end of the leaf lying in water. The leaves are spongy to touch. Typha is a monoecious plant. That means the male and female flowers are produced separately but on the same plant. Inflorescence is a spike. Sessile flowers grow on a long stalk. The female flowers are found at the base of the spike and the male flowers at the top. They are separated by some barren space. The female flowers are brown in color, while the male flowers are yellow or pale in color. The male flower is bracteate actinomorphic but incomplete. The perianth is present in the form of hairy structures. Some botanists consider these hair-like structures to be bracteoles. In that case, the flower stands naked, that is, without a perianth. The anthers are basifixed. The filaments are fused at the base, resulting in monoadelphous condition. The floral formula of the male flower is bracteate, actinomorphic, male, perianth absent. The androeciums made up of 3 stamens, monoadelphous. The female flower is also bracteate and has bracteoles in the form of hairs. The gynoecium is monocarpellary, raised on gynophore, ovary superior unilocular with marginal placentation. The floral formula bracteate, actinomorphic, female, perianth absent, gynoecium monocarpellary, ovary superior. The fruit of the Typha is dry indehiscent achene. Several female flowers after fertilization form several fruits which remain attached to the inflorescence axis where female flowers were present. Each fruit contains one seed which on germination forms a new plant. Thus, Typha regenerates through rhizomes as well as seeds. That is why it grows luxuriantly within a short period at one place. Typha is classified under the family Typhaceae or monocots. There are 12 species of Typha in the world, out of which 2 are found in India. These are Typha angustifolia and Typha elephantina. Typha angustifolia is found throughout Madhya Pradesh. The most recent use of Typha is as a bioremedial plant in controlling water pollution. Industrial waste containing heavy metals like mercury and arsenic are dumped in water, polluting lakes, ponds, and rivers. Typha planted along the margin of such water bodies absorbs the harmful impurities and purifies the water.